I have been setting up WACRM and there was one thing that was missing, which were AI agents. And I wanted to extend it to also like support Vercel. So I can deploy it on Vercel, which is a serverless platform. So I had to make some changes. Let me actually first show you how it's working. So I have set up it locally and I have configured WhatsApp and it's running through NG kernel. Now, if I go to the dashboard, you can see we don't have any contacts and in the settings, the WhatsApp is connected. Now I will just go to WhatsApp and send a message. Now this should actually like agent should automatically reply to this. It will also create a contact. If I just go to contacts, okay, it created a contact in the inbox. You can see the conversation. Click on the conversation, we can see the message I sent and the reply that agent did. If I just close this, we can see the reply here. And I can say cleaning. Now because it have a dental receptionist prompt, it will qualify, ask one or two questions and then hand over to the team. So what I did, so I extended the WACRM to add AI agents. And in AI and LLM, we can actually configure our own OpenAI or Google Gemini key. Now let me actually show you how we can set everything up. So this is an extended version of WACRM, which I basically copied and extended it. So if I just go to GitHub, we can copy the URL and basically open this and we can fork this repository. Okay, after this is forked, we can click on code, click on SSH and just copy this URL. Now we'll just open the terminal. I'll just create a new folder. Now open your terminal and just type cd and drop this folder here. So we can send you to that folder. Now type git clone and paste it and hit enter. It will create the folder. And we can then open it in a IDE. Actually, I have already like cloned this and it's actually open in my cursor. So I'll be using this and I have all the environment variables already set up. If I just open this .env.example, these are the URLs that we need to set up. Okay, and I have already created like a step-by-step guide on how we can set up everything and set up every environment variable that we need for this project. So this is working. Now we will just deploy this on Vercel and test it live. To deploy this, we actually need a Vercel account. I actually have one and I have this open. Okay, so I'll just click on this add new project and import the one that we code. So it's this one was CRM Fusion. I'll just click on import. Okay, so the preset is Next.js. We can actually change the project name here if you want. And we need to add the environment variables. We actually had a invalid URL error, which I just copied and gave it to my cursor agent, which actually applied a code fix, which I just added, made a commit and pushed to the main branch. And that made a new deployment and it's now working. I'll just now go ahead and log in and sign in. Okay, so now it's working. If we go to settings, the WhatsApp is already connected. If I go to inbox, you can see our contact. I've already changed the forwarded webhook URL. So now we can go ahead and test it again. So I'll just close this, go back here on WhatsApp and send a message. Actually, first I'll just close this so we can be completely sure it is actually working live. I'll just close everything and just close. Now I'll just send it a message. I'll just give it my name. And now it's asking my age. So I'll just say 27. And so basically the agent is now working and now it's live on WhatsApp. Alright, so we have like completed part 1 and part 2. Basically we have cloned the setup, tested with N0, then we deployed on Vercel and then tested it live. Now this part of updating meta webhooks, like my setup was different because I was forwarding the request. But in your case, it will be most likely you will have to go to your meta app in WhatsApp configuration, webhooks, like add this here. Basically https colon double slash and yes, use this and do the verify and save. Now there is one more thing guide I want to mention. Like if I just open the cursor again, there is one important change I made to this project, which is changing the setup from base Supabase to using Prisma. So now it's using Prisma. And I have replaced Supabase Auth with NextAuth. So now it's using open source authentication system, NextAuth. And it's not tied to Supabase anymore. So it was open source project, which was great, but it was still using the whole Supabase infrastructure and it had an issue of vendor lock-in. But now we can use any Postgres database. Let's say we want to use NeonDB, Railway, or let's say we want to use a local database with Docker Compose. So now it's extendable. We can change it to any database that we want. And I have documented it step by step in this setup guide. From cloning the GitHub repository to setting up the environment variables and then finally deploying it on Vercel. So everything is documented. I'll be adding more features to this project. Now the next feature that I will add will be WhatsApp voice agent. So basically the agent that we have right now it's only text, but I will extend it to use LiveKit so we can have WhatsApp voice agents. If you have any question or get stuck, just drop them into the comments and I will answer those.